Today I have brought you my two favorite strategies, and I wouldn't be forexstrategy.club if I hadn't brought you a suitable trading robot to go with it. Today I'm going to show you the strategies in a nice animation so that everyone can understand how to get started, how to stay in the trade without taking any risk and still make more profits. Then I'll show you the 3 best backtest results from the trading robot, because it is a breakout strategy, as you've probably already seen. And there are 8 different breakout options. As I said, I'll show you the top 3 breakout options. Then I'll show you the best currency pair. Then I'll show you what it costs, and we'll go into the settings a little more. And so, you don't miss any more videos. I advise you to subscribe to this channel and comment below if you're interested in this topic. And now, let's start with the strategy. It's the breakout and pyramiding strategy. And it works like this. At a certain point, we want to get in, for example, in a share, or, as in our case, very often, in a currency pair. This means we start from 0 and buy 1 unit. This can be a lot, but it can also be a share. Then we wait and see how the price develops. And if we see that it is going in the right direction and resistance is forming, then we draw a resistance line there and place a buy stop order. In this case, we increase our position by 2 positions so that we end up with 3. That means we have a buy stop order, and as soon as this buy stop order is triggered, and in our case rises above 200, we enter and have a position of 3. At the same time, we move our stop loss to break even so that we can no longer incur a loss, no matter what happens. This is the basis of the pyramid strategy, because if we can no longer incur a loss, we can increase almost as much as we want without taking a greater risk. As I said, our profit is then currently around $0 when the stop loss is triggered, but it gives us the security of actually increasing. At some point, it will result in 0. We have a new resistance line because the price is obviously still moving in our direction. And what do we do there? We open another buy stop order. That means we wait until the price rises above 400, and then we buy 3 lots in this case. That doesn't always have to happen immediately. That means we just wait and be patient and see that the price does rise above 400 at some point. And then we get in. When this has happened, we move the stop loss again so that we secure our current profit. In this case, $650. That means we can't fall back down here either. If the stop loss is triggered, we are guaranteed $650. But we want to try again with a third pyramid order at the price level of around 600. Here too, resistance has formed, which we want to use to place our last pyramid order. In this case, we increase by 1 more lot, so that when it is triggered, we reach a total of 10 lots. So, we have another buy stop order. Enter accordingly. 13. And adjust the stop loss again here. Our profit is currently $1,500. And as I said, from a single position that we opened risk-free. If the price continues to rise, we want to take our take profit at some point, and that is then at 700. Here too, we have resistance again, or in this case, our take profit. And if we now exit because the price is reached, we will make a profit of around $3,000. And all of that from a single small position, just because we have increased it. Now that I have shown the principle of increasing it here, using pyramiding, let's look at the 3 best breakout strategies of the trading robot. In third place is the actual breakout. And the trading robot still has a few quirks, which I will fix soon. So if you are interested, please write below if you would like to be informed further. Then I will make another video. because he doesn't have all the currency pairs that I specified. Not all of them came through. But I think I know how to fix the whole thing so that we can really test all the currency pairs to really see which currency pair performs best. Here I really only took the year 2024, and here we made a profit of 5.6% with a drawdown of only 3%. Yes, that may not sound like much at first, but you have to remember that you can run the whole thing on 10 to 20 currency pairs at the same time. And if each currency pair delivers 5 to 6% per year with a small drawdown, then you can roughly imagine how that will affect your account. But as I said, that's only third place. We have much better results, because number 2 is the daily high-low. Here we look to see where the previous day's highest price is, where the previous day's low price is, and as soon as it is exceeded, upwards, we enter in the trend direction with a buy, and if it is exceeded downwards, we place a sell order accordingly. And here we have a few multi-currency options that have come through, and that look very, very good. You can see that we are at around 3.63%, which doesn't sound like much at first, but it only has a drawdown of 1.2%. That means, if we count the whole thing, that means we would have a drawdown of 12% maximum. Then we would get 35%, 28%, 26%, and so on. So we would get really extremely good values here. And as I said, that is still strategy number 2. What I would also like to say is that we are really only using the standard settings here. Yes, I will go into the settings a bit more in a moment, and then you can see what else is actually possible, because if we look at certain currency pairs, that means we look at which points we increase, because that is completely different for every currency pair. Then we can really maximize the profits again. But now, let's look at number 1, because that is the PIVO breakout. Yes, that gave the best result in my tests, as I said, with the standard settings. And I'm also in the process of improving the whole thing a bit, because I really, really like the trading robot. And here we have fewer currencies again. But there is one currency that did extremely well. Yes, we are at 2.3% here. We have a profit of $2,600 here, but only a 0.73% drawdown. That means if we were to say that we would accept a maximum drawdown of 14 or 15%, then we would be at over 50% profit here. And that in just one currency. And you've probably already seen on my pinboard that I've taken a closer look at the US dollar-Canadian dollar currency pair. And we'll look at that now. I'll run the whole thing for you below. And you can see here what I have set up. I have taken the whole year from January 1st, 2024 to today. I only took a deposit of $400. That is very, very important. Only $400. So really very, very little. So that you can also run it on small accounts. I ran the whole thing on a RoboForex account, and we will now look at the end result. RoboForex is one of the world's largest and most reputable Forex brokers, with a proven track record spanning many years. By choosing RoboForex, you're joining a global community of traders who benefit from transparent pricing, reliable execution, and exceptional customer support. And here's the best part. When you register through my partner ID QMYJ, you'll earn a daily 25% cashback on both spreads and commissions. This means more value on every trade you make, every single day. We're done now, and now we'll take a look at the whole thing. As you can see, there are drawdowns every now and then. I'll show you how high they are in a moment. and we're at a profit of $264. Mind you, we started from a $400 account. That means we've made a profit of over 66%. And what kind of drawdown do we have here? We're at 14.49, so under 15%. And that's a really good result. As I said, the quality of the history is 100%. And let's take a look, because I've also set it so that you can of course increase it. How often has he actually reached the maximum size that I set at 0.3%? And you can say not at all. Yes, the highest lot size that he ever made was the 0.08 that he increased. And here we can see, for example, that he also increased it accordingly. Yes, that's the pyramiding. Did he increase it from 0.01 to 0.05? So there are several trades, of course. And here you can see what big profits can actually be made. Yes, you can see it here again. That means that the increase is what brings the big fat profits. Yes, as I said, at 0.03, it's $3. And then the whole thing looks different again. So the pyramiding works, and that's what really fuels it and makes it really successful. And now we want to take a look at the settings. Let's see what I used, how I set it up. I used the standard settings, but I did make a few small changes. It starts with the lot size. Yes, I set it to a $400 account. That's basically the minimum size at $400. And the bigger it gets, the bigger the lot size. So at 800, for example, it would open 0.02 lot, and so on. What I set, of course, is pivot breakout. Because, of course, I wanted to test the best strategy. Then I set it to 1 hour. You don't necessarily have to do that if you already have an hour set up. I've entered it again anyway, and that's actually all I've entered here for the standard settings. I think I've found a few more good settings. In the meantime, I'd like to share them with you in a new video if you're interested in the topic. Otherwise, I'll keep them to myself, of course. But if you're interested, be sure to comment below, like the video, and of course, give the video a like, and subscribe to the channel. It's really, really important for you and for me that you see more content like this from YouTube. And now we'll look at what this trading robot is called, where you can get it, and what you can do with it. This trading robot is called Breakout EA Pro MT5. I put the link below. That means you can take a look at it at your leisure. It costs $30 US, so it's not very, very expensive. And maybe I can negotiate a good deal with Mohammed. As I said, I would do that in the new video if you're interested in the topic. Here you can see all the breakout strategies that you can use, which input parameters you can adjust, and so on and so forth. And now I'm looking forward to next week, to a new video, and to your comments. I read every comment and I respond accordingly. So use the comment function, and we'll see each other again next week. See you then. Take care. Ciao.